Good evening and welcome to today's topic on this wonderful, beautiful day. The topic is age and psychological strength, which is the heart of healthy growth. So, a warm welcome to one and all into the topic. Yeah, so buds to unfold into flowers. What do we mean by this? This is depending on Erik Erikson's 8 stages psychosocial developmental theory. So, based on that, will be today's class. So, yeah. So, for a bud to unfold into a flower, what does it need? It needs sunlight, it needs water. Basically, it needs a good environment. On that note, into the next slide, that is developmental. Yeah. At each stage of development in a child's life, even in an adult's life, there is a task that has to be done that is called the psychosocial crisis. And then success of that, successfully completing the task means successful life, and not able to finish it or failure in completion of task means we do not have the psychosocial strength and we get stuck in that stage. So there are two parts. One is the 8 stages, which is the timeline, the age, and the other is a person goes through from childhood till old age through psychosocial stress, and how we come out from that stressful phase. On that depends whether we get this psychosocial strength or not. Okay, so what is a healthy sequence? Healthy sequence is easy to remember. A child is born into this world, and then how the environment is at the very first place, meaning mother is the environment there. What is the first bond that the child has? How is the bond? The quality of the bond. Is it a secured attachment or an insecure attachment? We have seen that before. So based on that will be the trust. Meaning, is the baby taken care of well? When it cries, is there someone to attend to the needs of the baby? So this is stage one, age 1 year, infancy, when the child wants, gives signals that it has passed the waist, and is there anybody to clean that part? Is there anybody to attend to the needs on time? If so, the child will get this message, the world is a good place. Not only that, the emotional aspect. Is the mother there for the child, mother or caretaker? Is the child listening to the mother's voice, feeling the vibration, feeling the touch, feeling the hug? If that is happening well, then the first psychosocial strength is gained by the child, that which is nothing but hope. That is, the world is there for me to satisfy my needs. Whenever I need anything, my needs will be satisfied. See, this is the basic thing. And if you have relationship issues, means trust issues, means it all started from here, from an age where you had no control in your life. That is determining your relationship quality. See, what can we do here? We cannot do much, but we can do reparenting through psychotherapy. So, trust. The person will have difficulty in maintaining relationships or in forming new relationships, in trusting a person. There can be anxiety, depression. We will see that soon. So, this is the first stage, age one. Then, healthy sequence is the child got good care from the mother, and now comes the role of father here, father and mother together. 1 to 3 years is the child. This is toddlerhood. The child starts walking, talking two words. So, I can be me. This is the message the child gets, that is autonomy. Means I can trust the world. Already the trust, the foundation is there. So there are people to meet my needs. The world is there. So I need not be something other than me. I can be me. That is autonomy. Successful completion of this stage, we move on to the child moves on to stage number 3, which is nothing but preschool. Means here, see, this is very, very important in a child's life. Parents can be super busy. The child might ask, come on, mama, come play with me. No, 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 let me, I have lots of tasks. You go and do something else. No. Here, it is through playing the child learns. So the child learns to take new initiatives. This is a very, very important phase in life. Maybe 1 and 2, it's easy to take care of because the child is dependent. But 3, see, the first one, feeding is very important. In the second stage, for autonomy, that is the toddlerhood, this toilet training is very, very important. How do you have patience, or did you have patience in training your child? That is a very, very important part in a child's life. Or else, instead of autonomy, what the child gets is shame. We will come to that. So the third stage is playing is very important in the preschool time. If you are not available for your child, make a setting like that. Allow the child to interact and play with children, so the child learns to take new initiatives. It is okay to take initiatives. Next, stage number 4 is school time. 6 to 12 years of age, the child goes to school. The school is everything for the child. So father, mother, then grandparents, friends, and again school teachers also enter the picture. So teacher's role, we cannot overlook the role of a teacher or several teachers in a child's life. So here, for example, even in preschool and school, child did any mistake, need not corner them. Instead, reform the child with good words, appreciate. So that is very, very important. Punishment doesn't work here. Yeah. As such, punishments is the last resort. First is encouraging eye-to-eye contact, using touch. All these are very important. Yeah. Then in school, the child learns new skills. So competency comes here, and then the child becomes an adolescent, ages 12 to 18. There, the biggest question starts: who am I? What am I supposed to do? Hmm? Maturing into an adult. So this is a very big crisis time for the child. And then successful completion of that, the child moves into, the adolescent moves into stage number 6, which is nothing but early adulthood. That is intimacy. Such who a person who had the previous stage well, sorry, will not have any difficulty in moving to the next stage. So intimacy, very important. The child learns. Peer group is very important, and new relationship starts to bud. And then next is adulthood, young, middle adulthood. That is stage number 7. So here, in the previous stage, it is like bonding with spouse, with lover, forming true relationship, engaging in that. And then next is stage number 7, generativity. What do we mean by this? Giving back to the society. Very, very middle adulthood. Either we will be in this phase, or we will having middle life crisis into that soon. Then stage 8 is integrity. When on the deathbed, when you look back at the whole life, what will you be thinking? Will you feel a satisfaction, or do you feel, I lived a purposeless life? Are you in despair? So this is the healthy sequence. So the unhealthy sequence will be something like this. Instead of trust, it will be mistrust, because mother did not, or the caretaker did not attend to the needs of the child on time. The child was crying and crying, and then see, all the damage starts from there. So next is doubt. So instead of autonomy, it will be doubt and shame. Then instead of the third one, that is preschool, what was it? It was taking initiative. So instead of initiative, it will be guilt. Then instead of competency, it will be inferiority in school. Instead of having like, who am I, knowing that, it will be role confusion in adolescence. That is identity crisis. And then instead of having intimate relationships in young adulthood, 18 to 40 years, it will be isolation. I cut off because I am in short of love. And then such a person, if moves into, if not, if everybody moves into the other stage. So when the person moves into the next stage, stage number 7, it will be stagnation instead of productivity or generativity. And then on the deathbed, it will be despair. So this is the foundation. Each stage builds on the successful resolution of the previous stage. Very, very important, or else we get stuck at that stage. Just think a person getting stuck with trust issues. See, age 1. So successful completion of one stage leads to the successful completion of the other stage. So anybody can get stuck anywhere. So challenges faced in the earlier stages can impact the development in the later stages, what we said. Trust versus mistrust, these are termed as psychosocial crisis. So what are they? Trust versus mistrust, the first one. Second one, what did we say? That is this one. Autonomy versus shame or guilt. In the third, it is initiative versus guilt. And in the fourth one, it is competency versus inferiority complex. In the fifth one, adulthood, it is identity versus role confusion. And then uh, this is intimacy versus isolation, stagnation, before that generativity or stagnation, or, and the final one is integrity or versus despair. So this is healthy, this is unhealthy. So where are we? Did we get stuck in a particular place? Let us see. So this is the age 8 stages. Stage 1, age 1 year. Stage 2, 1 to 3, easy to remember. 1, 1 to 3. Stage 3, 3 to 6. 6 to 12 is stage 4. Stage 5 is 12 to 18. Stage 6, 18 to 40 years. 40 to 65, stage 7, and stage 8 is 65 and above. So what are the questions that happens inside a child, inside an adolescent, inside an adult during the corresponding age is, in the stage 1, the question is, can I trust the people around me? Usually mother, caregiver, one person, but in general, this is the question that comes finally. Can I trust the people around me? Stage 2, can I do things myself? Toddlerhood. See, it is good to show love. A child is trying to put a shirt. Oh, mama comes, mama's boy, come, come, I will help you. No, let the child do. The child wants to climb on a chair or on a table, or child wants to do something. Yeah, it is a mess. It is difficult for parents to be there, clean. Yeah, but we need to allow the child. Otherwise, how will the child gain that power of autonomy, which is so very important in life, to set boundaries, to say no, to be assertive? How will the child know? So love on one side, let us keep it there. Let us help the child to be independent. So can I do things myself? The child is constantly questioning. So there the child doesn't want love. It wants to do things and feel proud. So we need to provide that opportunity. Age is 3 to 6 preschool. Yeah, the child takes initiative. So with, have you observed when a child at this age does something, it just turns and looks at the mother or father to see their opinion. Is it approved or not? So am I good or bad? We need to appreciate, congratulate all the good steps, all the good things the child is doing, the smallest to smallest. Then, so am I good or bad is the question. So am I good? It will take the first one. Am I bad? It will take the next one. That is, here it is. What was it? The child might take this one, guilt. Instead of initiatives, it will be guilt. So depending on the answer of the question. So stage 4, how can I be efficient compared to others? So the child is at school. We need to allow the child to participate in all the competitions, in all the art, whatever it is there. Let the child go and compete and fail, fail, fail. In between, have some success. So it is an opportunity for the child. Let the child utilize it to the maximum. And then, who am I? Yeah, adolescent age. This question invariably comes to an adolescent. What am I doing? Who am I? Where am I heading to? All these questions. Then, stage number 6, will I be loved or will I be alone? This is a very, very important question. Between ages 18 to 40, a person has to experience love. Sometimes it is true love, sometimes it is false love. Whatever it is, go through the phase of love. Only then the person can move into the next phase, which is nothing but it is based on the strength is the care. Here, the question is, how can I contribute to the world? So, unless a person feels love, how will the person can be caring? So, this is the way it goes. The previous stage good, the next stage okay. So see where we are stuck, if ever we are stuck, and then take measures, go back to the previous stage, correct from there. How can I contribute to the world? Then after that, then last question is, did I have a meaningful life? Very important, big question. Did I have a meaningful life? And only who can answer the question? Only the self. So once again, a bit about the stage one, infancy. Infancy, it is trust versus mistrust. Age 1 year. Can I trust the world around me? Secure attachments, just brushing up what we said. Building healthy relationships. See, relationship, the foundation is trust. So secure attachments, if we have, it will be healthy relationship, or else unhealthy. It gives value. Yeah, such a person gives value to relationships over material possessions. See, this is interesting. Sometimes you might have a person with personality disorder as your spouse or your intimate person, but still, see, we observe that one person is clinging on to the relationship. Why? Because the person values the relationship over material possessions. So all this, the credit goes to whom? Credit goes to the mother. And if unfortunately trust is not there, do we need to blame anyone? No, because nobody learns actually how to be a parent and then becomes a parent, unfortunately. So no need to blame anyone. From here, what can we do? Let us do that. So psychologists are all there. You can take the you can go through the session and they will teach you the reparenting. They will help you. They will be the parent, and it is a process, it is a procedure, and then you can overcome this. Not impossible. So mistrust means the child feels like issues with relationships, whether it be at work or at family, and because the basic thing is fear of abandonment. That is what the child learned at age 1. So mistrust. Stage 2, we said toddlerhood, autonomy versus shame or doubt. So, can I do things myself? Am I reliant on others? Am I over dependent on others? Able to communicate needs to others? Yeah, very important. Is the child able to communicate the child's needs to others? Is it able to say it out? Is there anybody there listening to me? That's also important. Yeah. Assertiveness, independence, all comes in this stage. Yeah. If it is not passed successfully, what will happen? The child will not be able to articulate the needs and wants of the child. Sorry, it's the wants of the child. There will be negative self image and relying highly on others. So, into stage 3, initiative versus, yeah, preschool age, initiative versus guilt. Am I good or bad? If the answer is good, there is that initiative power. If the answer is bad, the child goes into guilt. And sorry for the spelling mistake. Yeah, increased self esteem the child will have if the child is playing well and taking initiatives. Increased problem solving skills will be there. Okay, prayer. Let us take a short break and we will be back soon. Yes. There will be lack of self sufficiency and lack of direction and purpose, poor social skills. So, guilt is a big one for a person to carry, especially think a child is entering into school with this guilt. Why? Because it couldn't play well, it couldn't take the initiative, and then what it got is the guilt. So, there will be lack of direction and purpose in the child's life. Child has to come out of this guilt. And then next one is stage 4 school. What is the psychosocial strength that comes here? So before that, psychosocial crisis is, yeah, industry is a word, or competence is what the child gets The struggle is between that competence versus inferiority. What is the child getting? So competence means how can I be good compared to others? We said about that. The child is working, hardworking or smart working, we can say, and ambitious. The mindset is ambitious. I want to achieve because my goals are getting satisfied, my skills are getting improved. I want to be the best me. I can do many things. So there is confidence, there is resilience. Instead, if the child feels the guilt is taking the child to inferiority. So the child will have obviously reduced confidence, social troubles, cannot socialize, cannot interact with people, also starts depression or anxiety because the child is not happy. Stage 5, adolescence, identity. Who am I? At this stage, the child gets increased self-esteem, creativity, increased academic performance, stronger relationships. If we are able to deal with the teenager well, this is what the teenager gets, identity. If not, it will be role confusion. So when there is role confusion, the adolescent can indulge in risky behavior and will be uncertain about the role, uncertain about what is the adolescent, what am I up to, where do I stand, who am I? There is uncertainty and confusion about all this. So stage 6 is young adulthood, intimacy. Yeah, so this is very important. Between ages 18 to 40, one needs to experience love, or else the person gets stuck there. So intimacy, to have strong intimate bonds. Love is very essential. Will I be loved is a question. Will I be alone? Solidifying relationships happens here. Psychological well-being, self-awareness, empathy, everything comes in this stage. So love is the basic component here. If the person doesn't receive love, the person will go feel lonely, and then poor physical and psychological well-being, troubles in forming healthy relationships. Sorry, I didn't put the slide well. A part is missing. Psychological well-being, troubles in forming healthy relationships, just that much there. And there is social isolation. So if somebody is isolating from the society, not active, between the ages 18 to 40, understand the person is stuck there, isolation. So the person needs to feel love here. Or is there anything missing in the previous stage? One needs to go back there. How was the adolescent phase of this child? Very, very important. At least start with giving lots of love and attention to the person, so that the person, because that is the beauty of adulthood. There is awareness, there is experience from life. So just start with love. Yeah, if you notice somebody is isolating him or herself from the society. Stage 7 is middle adulthood. Do we want middle life crisis? No, we don't want. So for that, we need to be having the backup of love. Have intimate, close, excellent relationships in your life. Don't get stuck there. Don't crave for love, and be there. Hmm? Feel it. Self love is also very, very important. Then the question comes here, between ages 40 to 65. How can I contribute to the world? Helping to create a better world. What can I do? These questions will naturally come if we are passing through these stages successfully. There will be fulfillment. Or else stagnation. See, we see many people stuck at this age, feeling disconnected from the world's sense of purposelessness. That means the purpose is not yet clear. So maybe we need to go back and make some changes there, or at least start adding love. Stage 8 is, yeah, old age, 65 plus. Nowadays, 65 is again not that old. Again, we can say 65 and above. Accomplishment feeling. Yeah. Relationships are strengthened, self-awareness is there, psychological well-being is there. So this is a beautiful place to be with, living with integrity, or else it will be despair. There is regret, dissatisfaction, hopelessness, and fear of death. If a person after like 65, 70 years, a person doesn't fear death, means a person has that integrity, or else undoubtedly there will be difficulty in embracing death whenever it comes. So the final part, age and the psychological strength. What is the strength that the person gains when the psychological crisis has been overcome successfully? So stage 1 is trust. when the person got good care, the exam was the trust or mistrust. So if the child passed successfully, what will the child get? Hope, optimism about future, very important. So hope comes from stage 1, age 1. Stage 2, what will the child get? Toddlerhood. So here the conflict is between, what was the conflict in toddlerhood? It is autonomy versus shame or guilt. So, if it is autonomy, then only the child will get willpower. I have the willpower to do whatever I want to. I can. It's not I can't. I can. I will. So, stage 3 is preschool. Initiative. If the child has taken initiative, if the child was able to play well, then the child will have a goal in life, a purpose in life, or else it will be guilt stuck there. So this purpose is the strength that comes from stage 3, which is initiative or guilt. If it is initiative, if the child was able to actively engage in games and take the initiative, the goals will be clear. This is the strength the child will have, purpose in life. Stage 4, the psychosocial strength is competence. How did the strength come to the child? At school, the skills, because of all that, the child did not go into inferiority. Instead, it got the strength called competence. Stage 5 is fidelity, loyalty. The child got no role confusion. It has understood, sorry, himself or herself. There is no identity crisis. So loyalty is the strength. It's also called fidelity. So this comes in the adolescent age. If such a person moves to stage 6, love. So today on this beautiful day, yeah, let us start with this love. Do not be in short of love. Give lots of love to yourself, to your loved ones. Feel love. So this is a psychosocial strength. See, love is a very powerful quality. It is a strength. So that is stage 6. Successful completion of stage 6 leads to stage 7, that is middle adulthood, care. So care is the strength. If a person is not caring, understand the person is lacking love. So go back, give love, pull the person with love, bring the person forward. So the person will naturally be caring. Why? Because this is the way it progresses. This is the psychosocial developmental theory by Erik Erikson. Very, very beautiful theory. Stage 8, integrity versus despair. If the person reached the stage of integrity, having that beautiful feeling of fulfillment and satisfaction, what comes naturally is wisdom. See, grandparents, they have a whole lot of wisdom, but then we don't be with them. So the children lack all that. However, whatever, whenever possible, try to be in contact with elderly people who have successfully passed each stage of their life. Those who have wisdom, or unfortunately, not everyone gets the wisdom. Some will go into despair, so they will not have the strength. So that is it about the 8 stages. So once again, summing up the psychosocial strength in each stage. First one is hope develops in age 1. Remember, age 1. Stage 2, willpower develops between ages 1 to 3, toddlerhood. Purpose develops between ages 3 to 6, preschool. Competence between 6 to 11, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, loyalty or fidelity. Love develops between ages 18 to 40, 45 to 65, it is care. And then wisdom, ages above 65. So this is the psychosocial strength. Check, do we have these strengths, or is there anything missing in us? So thank you. That is it for today. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you once again.